What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Methos from the channel, Frost and Fist, and this amazing guy behind the camera is...
Hey, freak.
We talked about this.
Oh, sorry.
Also, welcome back to the channel, our amazing friends. This is Atlas, rocking some SpaceWolves today, and of course...
Oh, this guy.
The man of the Minotaurs, we have Shroud here.
Yeah, I want to whoop my tail.
So guys, we got an awesome battle report today. 8,000 points.
Woohoo!
2,000 points per player. And it'll be me and Shroud. So a little AdMech and SpaceWolves with the Minotaurs. And then SpaceWolves with the Imperial Fists. So, really cool game. We'll take a look at our lists. So of course, first of all, I'd like to say this will be our first battle report where I have no gray on the table. So, pretty stoked about that.
Proud of you, man.
There's a lot of stuff that's not finished yet, but at least it all looks decent. My warlord will be Belisarius Call here, with 2 Iron Striders that have las cannons, 2 Phosphor Blaster robots. I have a unit of Rangers here with 3 Arquebuses and an Omnispec, so no cover saves there. My favorite Cyber Ninja, the Infiltrators with Taser Goads. Tech Priest Dominus will be my second HQ. I've got 2 5-man squads of Vanguard here. I have an Onager Dunecrawler with the Icarus Array. And then, as a secondary force, I have a Supreme Command squad of SpaceWolves with a Augur and the Iron Fist here. Will be acting as Bjorn. Got my Venerable Dreadnought with Axe and Shield. IDICBeer 40Ks, Iron Priest on Thunderwolf. And of course, I've got my Wolfguard Battle Leader on bike with the epic Kraken Bone Sword. Shroud will be rocking these Minotaurs over here. Let's take a look at what Shroud's got for us today.
Alright, so we're going to talk about my list that I'm bringing.
You don't have to.
Yeah, we're gonna. So this is all Minotaurs. It is a Battalion Detachment and a Supreme Command Detachment. Let's talk about the Supreme Command Detachment. It's going to be Lord Asteria Moloch, Hecaton Iokos.
Hecaton!
And my main Hermes, my Primaris Librarian. He's going to rock Might of Heroes, Fear of the Ancients, and Smite for his powers. I have Battalion. Captain Apollo here is my Primaris Captain Gravis. I have 2 Primaris Lieutenants, Castor and Pollux, one with the Bolt Sword, one with the Bolt Rifle. I have Squad Mycali and Squad Argo of the regular Primaris Marines. Both have just the Bolt Rifles. I have my Inceptor Squad with Assault Bolt Rifles. My Heirs of Palomines, this is Assault Terminator Squad, all with Thunderhammer Storm Shield. I have my Flames of Hades, these are my Primaris Hellblasters with the Plasma Incinerators. And then I have 2 squads of Tactical Marines, one with the Heavy Bolter, one with the las Cannon for heavy weapons, and then 2 Sergeants, Chainsword Plasma Pistol. They're both going to be running around in Razorbacks. One's got twin heavy bolter, one's got twin las cannon. Both have 100 killer missiles and storm bolters. That is going to be my 2,000 points of Minotaurs.
Hi guys, Freak here, and this is what I'm bringing to the table. And we're gonna do some really cool things here because I'm bringing more of the heavy tank and artillery, more of the heavy shooting stuff, and he's going to bring more of the army, the foot soldier stuff. So hopefully that combination will be able to put a dent in these guys. It's going to be a tough list we're fighting against. I didn't have a whole lot of luck, and I'm still a little salty about it, but it wasn't really his fault nor mine. It was the worst roll, and I'm not going to get into that. That's another video.
He's got a whole sit and talk on it.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. So this is what I'm bringing to the table. I've got 2 detachments that I'm bringing. I'm bringing my auxiliary detachment, which is definitely coming with the my Contemptor Dreadnought, twin link las cannons, and the Karis Assault cannon with the Cyclone missile launcher. Really excited for him to get some points on the table. We need that. Yeah, he disappointed me last time. Actually, everybody disappointed me last time. Anyway, then with my Vanguard detachment, I am taking Captain Lysander as my HQ. And I am taking my aggressor squads here with the assault bolters. I just finished these guys, and I'm going to do a showcase so you guys get a sneak peek of them right now. But anyway, just finished these guys. I still have to do the basing, but I think they turned out absolutely lovely. These were actually a wonderful gift from Wolf Brother Methos. And they are also accompanied by the by my Dreadnought. Okay, Dreadnought is coming with a twin link glass cannon and with the Power Fist with assault or a bolter with it as well. Let's see what else. Okay, so we're taking also a Terminator squad led by Sergeant Richards. You can see right here he's taking a 4-sword with the storm bolters. Now, the rest of the Terminators are all taking storm bolters. This guy's not WYSIWYG, so you know, but they're all storm bolters. You good with that, Methos?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay. Along with that group, we're taking the fast attack unit. That's going to consist of my bike squad. That's your basic 3-man bike squad there. Nothing fancy. And then my Inceptor squad. They're all carrying assault bolters as well. And I hope they last longer than the last game that I had. Along with that, I am bringing my flyer, which is my Storm Talon gunship. Really excited about getting him back onto the table because he can really put him some hurting, providing any hits this time. He's taking the twin assault cannon along with the heavy bolter. Now for my spearhead detachment. The HQ is going to be my librarian on the bikes. Psyker and a biker, really excited for him. He did a really good job last couple of games, and I'm really hoping that he can put a dent. Bringing two librarians, or two librarians. One of them is going to be Psychic Scourge and Fear of the Ancients, along with Smite.
Who did the Psyker on Biker?
Oh, I'm good point. This is Wargames, that our friend Max. So anyway, from Spain, he did a beautiful job on that. And if you notice, there's a dead chopped up wolf head on the front fender of that bike, and I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna ride around with that joker.
How do your allies feel about that?
He's not looking at it right now. We're not worried about that. It's not that kind of. Anyway, all right, moving along. Why you want to be messy, bro? All right. Along with the with that, we're taking heavy support, which are my Hellblaster squad. I'll bring these beauty guys. Hey, look, you guys are blocking. Yeah, they're right. These guys in the back. Move. Got a good shot of that, man?
Got a good shot.
Yeah, look at that beautiful yellow. Anyway, Hellblaster squad, all taking, of course, the plasma incinerators. Really stoked on those guys. I'm also taking my Land Raider. Land Raider is going to come with base twin link glass cannons, sponsons, and my assault cannon. Is it assault cannon? Twin heavy bolter. Then along with that, I am taking my Predator. Predator is coming in with the twin glass cannons.
I need some help. Somebody call 1-800-CATCH-A-PREDATOR.
Yeah. Didn't last, whatever. Okay, so bringing my Predator with the las cannon. You see, I'm taking as much las cannon as possible. We need this. Yeah. So really pushing for this. And that, my friends, is going to be a total of 2,055 points. We're bringing in a total of 4,000 together, Atlas and I. So I'm kind of bringing a little more, a little beefier. He's going to come in a little less. I'm bringing 5 command points today because, like I said, I'm taking Spearhead Detachment and a Vanguard, but I'm subtracting -1 for the Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. So that is my list, guys, and hopefully the yellow can prevail, along with my SpaceWolves friends over here. So, and now, my buddy Atlas.
Real quick, I just want to recap for everybody. If you haven't been keeping count, that's 12 las cannons, guys. I am quite afeared.
Quite just gonna miss. Las cannons don't mean anything if you got ones.
Ooh.
Shut up.
I'm telling you.
Atlas, my brother, welcome back.
How's it going, brother? Alright, so I'm bringing 2 Vanguard detachments. I know a lot of elites going on here. Alright, so my first one is going to be commanded by Arjack with a Wolf Priest who just has a Storm Bolter.
That's a really good looking Wolf Priest, my man.
I know. Courtesy of the Freakmeister here. Then I'm going to bring 3 Lone Wolves, all with Thunderhammer and Storm Shields. That's going to be the first elite unit. The second elite unit is going to be led up by Herald Deathwolf, I know.
I want to show everybody this custom Herald here. Man built a throne for Herald and a wolf. That's pretty awesome.
Hoping Freak can actually make it look good.
He deserves it.
When Freak paints it up, he better do a showcase.
All right. Man, that is awesome.
And his second is going to be a Rune Priest in Terminator armor, rocking the Runic Sword and Tempest Wrath. Alright, and then we got, following up with him, 2 Venerable Dreadnoughts, both with the shields and axes. Last elite spot was a group of Wolfen, 2 with the Great Axes, 2 with Thunderhammer Storm Shields.
Atlas does a phenomenal job customizing and converting. Check out these custom Wolfen. Awesome conversions.
Thank you. And then lastly, they're going to be riding in our heavy support, our Land Raider Crusader, and it's coming out with everything. It has a Hunter Killer Missile, Hurricane Bolter, Multi-Melta, Storm Bolter, and Twin Assault Cannons.
Yeah!
Rocking for everything. And my Warlord's going to be, of course, Herald himself with the Tenacious Survivor. That's
Awesome.
it.
Now, I don't know if it's by design, guys, but on one team, we have an army painted or being painted by Freak. And on the other team, we have an army painted or being painted by Wolf Brother Methos. Except for that Iron Priest there, which was an amazing job by IDICBeer 40K. Alright guys, we're going to go to deployment and we will check back with you. Alright guys, so we have our deployment here. You can see Freak's reserves back there. His board actually starts with the flyer back there and the aggressors. Aggressors protecting his backline. It's almost as if he expects someone to drop in on his backline. That's never happened before to Freak. Freak has never experienced that. Dreadnoughts. By the way, what we're playing is the relic, which is right here. This briefcase in the center of the board. If I could talk about the narrative for the relic here I've developed. So Atlas's SpaceWolves, he calls them the children of Ragnarok. Or Ragnarok's children. And his fluff for his story is that they are the lost chapter that tried to start on their own. The subsequent chapters are called.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, they're the chapter that tried successor chapter that tried to start and gave into the Wolfen, and these are the survivors. And by the decree of Logan Grimnar, the High King, they were supposed to be dispersed amongst the other great companies and done away with. However, they've reformed secretly into Ragnarok's children and held together. So the mighty Terran High Lords have come across this information, and they found that information regarding this might be held in a crashed drop land speeder. So, of course, the Silver Moon Wolves, under the decree of the great King of Fenris, have been sent to retrieve this information. And since it was the Minotaurs who first came across this information, they showed up with a detachment of AdMech to help the Silver Moon Wolves retrieve this information. Calling in a few favors, the children of Ragnarok have called in their allies in the Imperial Fists, and they have also come to retrieve this information before anyone can find out what happened to the long-lost successor chapter. And that information is what we will be fighting for today. You can see there are tons of people gathered at the center to rush for this objective. I really feel like this objective is going to be like the packet or the supply crates in the Hunger Games. Everybody who goes for the supply crates first, they're going to get murked. Hellblasters on top, ready to assert their plasma dominance. Land Raider with all that heavy Hurricane DACA goodness. Las Cannons galore. Venerable Dread. On this side, much the same, preparing for a kill zone. We've got tanks ready to shoot. We've got backlines protected. Shroud and I brought a lot of numbers, so we're hoping our backline will be relatively protected. Everything gathered toward the center, based around Call here in the middle. Rangers on top, ready to lay down some sniping fire. And then over on the flank, hiding behind a building, we've got that Space Wolf kill squad there. Bjorn, the Dreadnought, Wolfguard Biker, and of course the Iron Priest with a group of Vanguard ready to focus on that objective in the middle. So really scary setup on both sides, but Imperial Fists and the Space Wolves will be going first, and it's a lot of firepower and a lot of quick movement coming up from this team as we go into turn 1. We'll be right back.
Alright guys, really effective first turn. The Imperial Fists and Space Wolves. We were able to advance a bit and already have captured the relic. We'll see if we can hold it or retrieve it. You can see we've had a lot of opportunities to take down some of AdMech and a couple of Methos Space Wolves.
The Castellan robot did explode. Mortal wounds here, here, and here.
Yep. But still, there's plenty AdMech remaining. Was able to take out some of Shroud's Hellblasters as well. Luckily, I am actually rolling pretty well for now. Let's see if the momentum holds. And it is now Space with AdMech and Minotaurs. Go ahead.
Every Laos cannon rolled 6 for damage. I don't want to hear shit about his luck forever. Also, guys, new painted model syndrome. I literally finished the biker on this week, so of course it's one of the first things killed.
Right.
Naturally.
And the snipers are gone.
And my entire squad of snipers is gone thanks to the Hurricane Bolters from the Land Raider.
Right.
Alright guys, so that is a pretty badass first turn for the Space Wolves and Imperial Fists. We're going to see if we can get it back together going into AdMech Minotaur Space Wolves turn 1.
AdMech Minotaur Space.
Alright guys, so we are looking at Minotaur Space Wolves AdMech turn 1, and we didn't do shit!
We got 2 Land Raiders down to their lowest tier, and 5 on a Predator.
We removed 0 models.
We did not remove any models.
Not, look at this. Not one model. What did they do on their turn? They boned my shooting power. They're on our back lines. Yeah, we didn't do nothing. So there's a Land Raider minus some wounds, a Land Raider minus some wounds.
Harold's almost dead.
Moloch is back here presenting a threat on the back line. We dropped the Ninja in to put a bunch of shots on Death Wolf, and didn't do shit, but you know, 2-up invul is tough. We just kept throwing stuff at it. We put a lot of shots, actually pretty much the entire AdMech army shot at Harold and didn't do anything. The Predator, or the Razorback over here, put a couple wounds on the Predator in the back, and that is it. So they are still at 1,000,000% operating capacity as we go into Imperial Fist Space Wolves turn 2.
Alright guys, an impressive turn 2 for the Imperial Fist and Space Wolves. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. My last game that I played against Shroud, I rolled 1s and 0s.
It was bad.
1s and 0s, right? I actually had to call Methos just to vent because it was so bad. This turn, it's a complete 180.
Who the hell am I going to call the vent? Shit.
Right. Guys, I cannot believe, and it is my luck, so today is definitely Imperial Fist Day. we've been rolling 5s and 6s, and we've really been cleaning the board. Again, this has been long awaited because the last couple of games I played, my luck has been crap. But anyway, I'm not going to fuss anymore. Methos already told me because he was going to kick me in the nads if I continue. So.
I don't want to hear shit.
So, I love you. Anyway, guys, here's what happened. I sent out, now my librarian on a biker was just a few inches away from the objective, which was, you know, what we're trying to get, the relic, and he was able to speed up, grab it, and zoom right back, okay? Now, the whole tactic was to actually grab it and secure it and protect it, and as you can see, we've got a nice little, you know, circle of protection around it. We kind of circle the wagons around them, and hopefully we can keep them protected until we end the game. We're like just minutes away from the ending, but so far it looks like we may actually, you know, win this one. But
Yeah, we don't have anything that can get back there.
Well, I got Mohawk back there, but he's not going to be able to.
It'll take a couple turns to get over there.
I would be able to charge.
And we have like literally a wall of guys just keeping them in here.
A wall of guys, and those that can move up quickly are being tied up in combat back here.
Yep. So this is, you know, bottom turn 2, and I don't know, man. How do you feel?
It's good.
Shroud
It'd
and
be interesting to keep going.
Shroud
We
and
are
I,
running low on
yeah,
time.
Shroud and I are going to run
yeah,
through
let's-
our next turn, turn 2, real quickly. However, we physically cannot win at this point. It is a physical impossibility, just because of the character special rule.
And time constraint.
Even if we
Yes.
took
I don't know.
a
I
full
feel like if we had
turns.
time, I could tie up his dreadnought, and I don't know.
I agree.
Because you'd have to. It's hard to kill more.
And you still
I
have
think y'all
last
can come
cannon
back
work
and
too,
possibly kill us
It
as
would be
far
like
as
a. It would be
overtime
like a
goes.
very late game swing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
If we were
But
playing objective,
anyways, we only have 30 minutes left to play, and
Yeah.
we're just going to run through the next turn
push it.
real quick. So we'll see you guys at the end of the next turn.
I'm taking it.
All right, guys. So that was the end of the game. You just saw a pan of the battlefield. Only 2 rounds in this game, and somehow that lasted 4 hours. Jesus. Anyways, so that was, to be honest, guys, it was really tough. Alpha striked really hard, removed a lot of key components. However, and we didn't do anything in our first game. We took some wounds off, but we still left 100% of their battlefield. I was a little salty at first because it was like 3.5 hours before we killed a single model. But we got some good kills in at the end, so I'm okay. But we definitely got outplayed. Shroud and I were both under the impression that bikes weren't infantry, and between the bike's speed, being able to turbo boost 14 inches, the special the special rule of the character, him taking that character, picking it up on the bike, and turbo boosting out of there, surrounding his character with other units, we just definitely got outplayed as far as the objective goes. Of course, that was, like I said, our misunderstanding of how bikes work.
People that aren't your infantry are walking, but okay, whatever.
we can't. Yeah, we even questioned it. So
Yeah, so,
it makes sense.
so
Cavalry bikes.
but now we know for
Yeah.
the future, definitely. But they both really played well. Shroud carried us for half the game, so Shroud played really well. I'm definitely pretty enthused at how this game went.
You know, Methos came back out with a vengeance at the end. I mean, he definitely wanted a piece of something, and apparently he got it. And actually, he took out.
He wanted Harold.
He wanted Harold, dude.
I did.
Yeah, it's like, get off your lawn chair, boy. Yeah, he spilled his beer and everything. It was bad. But
Once again, MVPs. My little cyber ninja came in and got the killing
I hate
blows
those
on
guys.
on Harold.
Hecaton did not do nearly as much damage as. I mean, he did work. He blew up a Land
He
Raider.
blew up the Land Raider.
But that's like easy for him.
Yeah.
Like he took wounds from Atlas's Dreadnought, which is crazy. Hecaton
Dreadnought
does not
working.
lose to Dreadnoughts. I mean, he was still alive, but
Yeah.
he was taking wounds from him. That's pretty
The,
impressive.
the crazy thing about this game is that, okay, had it been an objective game, like, overall objective,
Maelstrom
Maelstrom,
mission?
yeah,
Sure.
I don't think we would have done as well because had we had the time, and I think time would have been against us.
We'll have to try this again.
Yeah. And so it was a very big game. 4,000 points aside, 8,000 total. Man, we stretched it. We ran out of time. We only got to the bottom of turn 2. So, but still was a very eventful game. I think if we would have gone the full length.
I think it would have been close.
Yeah,
I think it would have been
so
close.
too. So
Yeah.
especially with Methos coming back, I mean, I don't know. I think it would have been really tough because he really took out a couple of my guys that were surrounding the relic. Because I had my librarian on the bike, he just was sitting on it. I had a good circle around him. You're gonna see on the zoom pan how he's really chipped away a lot of it, and there's very few models around it. And also, Stroud came back with Moloch and punched a hole in that circle and dropped 2 of my Inceptors. So the only other thing I would have been able to do was maybe if I could get Lysander in, but I mean that's 9 inches, so that would have been a stretch. But anyway, yeah, it would have been anybody's game after that. So
Very good. All right,
It was
so
very close.
what was your favorite unit of the game, Shroud?
It's always Hecaton Hocus, man. That dude is my MVP. He gets into combat, he does his D3 mortal wounds just for being in combat, and then he just does so much damage. It's just straight. I wish I had gotten off that first Might of Heroes onto him turn 1 because I feel like I could have popped the Land Raider turn 1. He goes from winning Land Raiders on 3s to winning Land Raiders on 2s when he has that on him.
That was clutch, Max. Your librarian on Biker definitely countered
Yeah.
his Might of Heroes.
Yeah.
good job.
What was your favorite, Atlas?
You know,
You're not going to say
yeah,
Herald?
the
Harold soaked up
Harold was
shot.
beast, dude.
Harold is amazing, but he's
Yeah.
not a fighter.
No.
One of the biggest advantages was dropping the Lone Wolf in turn 1 and being able to take out Methos Biker.
Oh man,
And it dropped a lot of those wounds that could have been done turn 1.
it really dropped the effectiveness of my las cannon because I definitely rolled some ones for wounding with the las cannon.
But he did move away from the Lone Wolf and made him, kind of useless.
That's how you nullify him.
But I'd still have to probably say Harold, though.
Yeah.
Because Harold just soaks up so much damage. We were able to heal him on turn 2, healed 3 wounds back onto him.
Yeah.
And he just kept on surviving.
Oh yeah, he definitely kept the AdMech wrapped up most of the game.
What about you, Methos? What was
Freak?
yours, Oh, for me, honestly, this is my first time playing my aggressors. I had just finished painting them. I haven't, worked on the base yet, but I was very impressed how well they worked. They weren't in as much combat as I was hoping they would be, but they still held their own. Surprisingly, the ones that really did a lot of damage, this is the first time that I felt really comfortable in playing them, were my Inceptors.
Mm-hmm.
My
They did a
Inceptors,
good job.
18 freaking shots, man, and this is, again, like I said, I was just impressed with how well, and that was mainly my rolls.
Let's say,
Yeah,
if
it
your
really-
Inceptors, it's your dice rolls really make it, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of shots.
Right.
And so if you can flood your opponent with good rolls, excellent.
Right,
It's gonna
hits
sound-
and wounds. I mean, you got to do both. So
It's gonna sound a little silly, but I think you could have played your aggressors a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because they have pretty good melee capabilities. I was
Right.
looking at your character sheet,
Yep.
and they got like Boltstorm. It's not Boltstorm gauntlets, but it's essentially the same
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
They've got like a ×2 power
Yeah.
weapon that can get in there. And
my problem
do
is that I have to
damage.
hold them back because here's the thing. One of the things that I've gotten beaten by before, and is between these two guys, is that they were always able to land behind enemy lines.
Yeah, no,
Every
absolutely, that is true.
freaking
Yeah.
one. So I decided to leave the aggressors towards the back by the line in case they even tried that. They
think
still
that
came in on the
does
side, which probably was a little better, but getting behind the line, not so much. So they did the job. They staved off any potential attacks, but I really wanted to see more action on. So we'll see next time. Maybe we can get them in there.
I don't know. Also, your Psyker did a lot of work on those Terminators that
Boy,
dropped in.
yes.
I don't know if we
Boy,
went over
did
that.
it.
That was a
Seven-
huge
17-inch Fury of the Ancients,
Yeah.
right through my dude's sword. I just
Yeah.
lined up for him so you could shoot.
And it's like,
Cleaned
well,
them, man.
This ability does D3 mortal wounds. Oh, 3. This ability does D3 mortal
Yeah,
wounds. Oh, 3.
Oh, no.
This ability does D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
3 again.
Let me cut to Freak being like, oh man, this saves a 6-up, that's terrible.
6.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was. You probably won't see this again. Like this is
No,
probably
it-
a once in a lifetime thing. So I'll bask in a moment.
Yeah, my MVPs are still the Cyber Ninja. They killed Harold. That was a moral victory for me. I knew there was very little way we could win with the time constraint we had and with the start that we had, getting our dicks punched in the first turn, right?
Yeah.
So I knew there wasn't a whole lot of chance for us to win, but I feel like a moral victory taking out Harold Deathwolf. Because those being healed by the Wolf Priest and those 2 up goals, both of those are really tough to deal with. So definitely, I'm going to be converting one for my Space Wolf army coming up. Just saying.
Hey, I tell you what. Enemy number 1, call.
Call is the
Freaking
devil.
call.
Kids,
I
put
hate
assassins in
your
your
call.
army. Put assassins in your army to kill Call.
He's a good guy. I don't know what you guys
Don't
are
feel
Good
guilty
guy.
about it. If you feel
Heal,
twinge
heal,
of
heal,
regret,
heal, heal.
just,
Oh,
just
heal for you.
push that guilt down
Heal.
and bring an assassin.
Did you need a heal?
I want to know why he has a kind of weak invul save, because he's on a Forge world that builds invul saves.
Probably
for a living.
because he can heal himself D3 wounds, I'm guessing. That's why.
Heals. He's the heal fairy.
I don't know why everybody's hating on the healing.
Because he can remote heal. Hey,
just
you're 2
hating
miles
on
away.
Harold?
He
You're
has
gonna
the
get
remote
healed.
and goes boop.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Oh, you're
Just like Ana from Overwatch.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a fun game, man.
It was good.
It was a very fun game.
So this was our first big game. My first big game.
Oh yeah, this is probably the biggest we've ever played.
Yeah.
We've ever played. This guy here plays team up games all the time.
I like team up.
Fun. Thank you guys so much for joining this battle report. Even though it was only 2 rounds, we're gonna label this 2-turn battle report. If you guys like this episode, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. And of course, drop us some comments down below. Let us know what you thought of today's battle report. And of course, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, this guy,
Come on.
this guy, and this guy, as well as myself, we would all love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys.
Stay
Stay frosty.